Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. EQA Nostalgia here with a Pantheon Rise of the Fallen Kickstarter update. As you can see, the project is up to $348,176, and there are only 13 days to go, so a sense of urgency is starting to sweep over the community involved with this project. I would be a liar if I said I wasn't a little concerned at this point, because we don't have very long to go and we're not even halfway there yet. However, in my experience, most of the money that comes to the Kickstarter tends to come in from the final stretch. Nevertheless, I do want to encourage everybody to spread the word about this project as much as they possibly can. Now, if you're a backer, that's awesome. Everybody appreciates that, but it's always nice to go the extra mile by sharing news of the game across forums and social networking sites. Now, even if you don't have the money to back the project, it goes a long way if you share the information and let people know about it. Everybody here knows how the internet works. It spreads through word of mouth and on social networking sites and sites like YouTube and what I'm doing right now. Alright, so moving right along, let's take a look at the kick track and see how things have been shaping up. As you can see, we are currently at 43% of the goal, and we are trending towards 66% of the goal. And as I stated before, a lot of the money for these projects seems to come in towards the final stretch. Now, the average daily pledge is quite impressive. It's almost up to $13,000 a day. And another impressive stat right beneath that is the average pledge per backer at $130. So the people who are choosing to back this project, they're definitely doubling down their money, and that's no small fee to put down on a project. And what that tells me is that there isn't a lack of commitment for the people who are involved with the project. There seems to be a lack of people who are hearing about the project. Now, all in all, today was a really good day, and if you take a look at this, it'll show you right there that we've placed number 3 on the top 10 kick track. Now, obviously, it's always nice to see that, but I'd like to see more of that. I want to see us get up to number 1. Okay, so enough about stats. I want to talk to you guys about one of the updates that we got today. Class and race combinations are now available for viewing. Now, these are subject to change. Brad actually came out and assured everybody that this is not set in stone, and he's willing to work with the community on this. Now, as you can see, the Ogre has a choice between Cleric, Dark Knight, and Shaman. The Revenant race has access to the Dark Knight, Enchanter, Rogue, and Wizard classes. And of course, the ever-resourceful humans have the most access to classes with Cleric, Crusader, Dark Knight, Enchanter, Rogue, and Wizard. And the Dwarf race has access to the Cleric, Crusader, and Rogue classes. Now, Brad has come out and said that the Dwarf will also have access to the Shaman. Okay, so the last race is Elf, with access to the Cleric, Crusader, Enchanter, Rogue, and Wizard classes, which naturally makes them the second most resourceful race in the game with access to 5 of the classes. And the first thing that stood out for me when I looked at this is it's very classic, it's very old school EverQuest EQOA style. And I don't know about you guys, but I really like that. I don't like how things have kind of become so that anybody can play anything. I don't know, I mean, it's cool in its own little way, but this, I don't know, I think it serves to keep the immersion deeper. If you see an ogre running around as a crusader or an enchanter, for me that just kind of screws things up. It pulls the immersion away, and I think it really messes with lore. And I gotta be honest, one of the things that kind of concerns me about EverQuest Next is seeing an ogre run around as a monk or an enchanter or a shaman or a wizard rather. I don't like that. I don't think that would be cool to see, or picture a troll rolling around as a wizard. I just can't picture that. I don't like that. Perhaps seeing a dwarf roll around as a Dark Knight, or like a high elf or something rolling around as a Dark Knight. Things like that, I don't know, man. It's kind of like a minor complaint, I guess, but for me it just kind of breaks the immersion, like I said. Now, there is one major concern I had, and I've voiced it in the comments section, and Brad has actually responded to me and other people. If you take a look at the elf race, you'll notice there's no Dark Knight option. Now, we know that there are 2 types of elves in the game. We have the wood elves and we have the dark elves. So it doesn't make a distinction on this list between the 2 of them. It just says elf in a general category. I'm willing to bet that in a day or 2 we'll probably see this updated, and we'll see, wood elf and dark elf, and hopefully dark elf will have the Dark Knight option. So I want to know what you guys think about this list. I mean, are you traditional like me? Do you want to see this kind of stuff? Because so far I think it looks good, aside from, Dark Elves and the Dark Knight. Other than that, I think it looks really good. Now, like I said before, you have to keep in mind that it will be tweaked. It's not set in stone, and obviously there are other races to be added and other classes. So this is just kind of like a general thing. It's like the first draft, so we will see improvements. I know that I'm personally looking forward to hearing news about possibly a necromancer class or a magician class. I'd like to see something like that. I've always liked pet classes. And I was very excited when I saw that they added the enchanter. I've always thought that was a really unique and fun class to play. So what class do you guys want to see? Is your class represented already, or perhaps maybe like me and you're really looking forward to seeing the necromancer, magician, and druid? Make sure you leave a comment down below and subscribe if you haven't done that already. It helps my channel to grow and I appreciate it very, very much. I thank you guys for watching and I look forward to seeing you all in my next video.